Colt Grice, a name that might not be the first to come to mind when thinking of the great warriors of Marley, but one that carries a story of courage, sacrifice, and brotherly love. But what makes Colt such a remarkable figure amid the chaos of war? Is it his unwavering dedication to his younger brother, Falco Grice, or the burden of being next in line to inherit the fearsome beast Titan? Today, we dive into the life of Colt Grice, exploring his moments of bravery and his tragic choices. Get ready, for this is a journey that reveals the most human side of a soldier in a war-ravaged world. Colt was a young Eldian living in Marley, marked by promise and responsibility. Like many of his generation, he was raised in the oppressive environment of Marley, where Eldians were treated as second-class citizens. And yet, Colt stood out. With his imposing posture and determined gaze, he quickly became one of the warrior candidates destined to inherit the power of the beast Titan. But what stood out most about Colt was not just his ability as a soldier, but his empathy and love for his younger brother Falco. From the very first moments in battle, it was clear that Colt would do anything to protect his brother, even if it meant risking his own life. On the battlefield, Colt showed a bravery that few could match. During the fierce Middle Eastern War of Marley, he risked himself under enemy fire to save Falco, carrying him back to the trenches while bullets whizzed around him. This act of courage was not just proof of his ability as a soldier, but also of his deep sense of responsibility and brotherly love. Colt was willing to sacrifice everything for Falco, even when it meant putting his own life on the line. But Colt wasn't a perfect hero. He was, first and foremost, human. Off the battlefield, he was known for his carefree behavior and his penchant for alcohol. Among his companions, he was famous for his drinking, perhaps a way to cope with the constant stress and pressure of being a warrior in training. This carefree behavior, however, did not diminish his dedication and loyalty to his friends and fellow fighters. As Colt prepared to inherit the power of the beast Titan, he also grew closer to Zeke Yeager, the current Titan holder. He marveled at Zeke's unique ability to create Titans, but also saw up close the complex political and military plots that involved the use of these powers. Colt was at a crossroads between his admiration for Zeke and his desire to protect his brother and family. However, Zeke's betrayal and his alliance with Eren Yeager brought to light a side of Colt that few knew. That of a man desperate to protect those he loved, even if it meant defying direct orders and taking unimaginable risks. The climax of Colt's story comes during the Battle of Shiganshina, where he discovers that Falco had ingested Zeke's spinal fluid. The harsh reality that his younger brother was destined to transform into a Titan devastated Colt, but he did not give up. In an act of desperation, he ran to Zeke, begging him to wait before releasing the scream that would trigger the transformation. This moment was a reflection of Colt's deep love for Falco, a love that surpassed any loyalty to Marley or the military forces he served. But despite his pleas, Zeke released the scream, triggering Falco's transformation into a Titan. Colt, in a final act of love and sacrifice, embraced his brother, promising to always be by his side, even in the face of imminent death. And it was there, in that moment of chaos and destruction, that Colt met his end. Burned by the flames of the transformation, he was gone, but his spirit and his love for Falco remained, echoing in the memory of all who witnessed his courage. The story of Colt Grice is a powerful reminder that even in times of war, humanity can shine in the most unexpected places. But the question remains, how far would we go for those we love? Colt went all the way, sacrificing his own life in a desperate act of brotherly love. And you, how far would you go for someone you love?